Hello, welcome to the course on Indian Geography. In this lecture, we will discuss India's physical territory or the physiographic divisions of India. This is for the JAYOTI VIDYAPEETH Women's University, and the name of the course is Geography of India. So, about the physiographic division of India, when we talk about the physical diversity of India in terms of physiography, we divide India into six major physiographic divisions. Okay, the first one is the northern mountains, the second one is the northern plains, and the third one is the Indian desert, fourth one is the peninsular plateau, and fifth one is the coastal plains, and sixth one is the islands. So first one, the northern mountains. The northern mountains can be broadly divided into three groups. They are the Himalayas, the Trans-Himalayas, and the Purvanchal Hills. Okay, so first one is the Himalayan Mountains. Himalayas are the young fold mountains. They run from west to east direction from Indus to Brahmaputra, covering a distance of about 2,500 kilometers. Their width varies from 400 in the west and 150 kilometers in the east. The Himalayas can be divided into three parallel ranges. First is the Great Himalayas or Himadari, and second is the Lesser Himalayas or Himachal, and third is the Outer Himalayas or the Shivaliks. So first one is the Greater Himalayas or Himadari. It's the northernmost ranges and peaks with an average height of 6,000 meters and width lies between 120 to 190 kilometers. It has high peaks like Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, Makalu, Dholagiri, Nanga Parbat, etc. Mount Everest, that is 8848 meters high, is the highest peak in the whole world, and Kanchenjunga is the highest peak of Himalayas in India. Several passes exist in this range, namely Bararachala, Shipkila, Nathula, Zojila, etc. The Ganga and Yamuna rivers originate from the Himalayas. Then in B category in is the Lesser Himalayas or Himachal. First one is Himadri or the Himalayas. Now the second one is the Lesser Himalayas or Himachal. Its height is 1,000 and 4,000 meters, between 1,000 and 4,500 meters. The average width is 50 kilometers, and the ranges in this area in these Himalayas are Pir Panjal, Daula, Darind, Mahabharata ranges, etc. The hill stations like Shimla, Dalhousie, Darjeeling, Chakrata, Mussoorie, Nainital, and several valleys like Kullu, Kangra lie in these ranges. And the sea is the outer Himalayas or the Shivaliks. These are the outermost ranges of the Himalayas, and their height varies from 900 to 1100 meters, and the width lies between 10 to 50 kilometers. The valleys lying between Shivalik and Lesser Himalayas, that is Himachal, are called as dunes, like Dehradun, Kotli Dune, Patli Dune, etc. Now, the second, when we broadly categorize it Himalaya, the second category is the Trans-Himalayan ranges. It extends north of Greater Himalayas, and parallel to it is called Zaskar Range. North of Zaskar Range lies Ladakh Range. The Indus River flows between Zaskar and Ladakh Range. The Karakoram Range lies extreme north of the country of India. K2 is the second highest peak of the world that lies in the Trans Himalayas. Third is the Purvanchal Hills. It comprises of the Meshmi, Patkoi, Naga, Mizo hills, which are located in the eastern side. The Meghalaya Plateau is also part of these hills, which includes hills of Garo, Khasi, and Jaintia. Uh, it's about that. Then the second is about the significance of in this part significance of Himalayas. They have influence on climate, in terms of defense, in terms of forest soil, in terms of hydroelectricity, in terms of agriculture, tourism, and pilgrimage. Then the second category is the northern plains. In the northern plains, they locate between south of the Himalayas and north of the Peninsular Plateau. They are formed by the deposition of the sediments brought by three main river systems, that is the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. It mainly includes the states of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, and Assam. This plain is one of the largest and most fertile plains of the world, and major crops like wheat, rice, pulses, sugarcane, oilseeds, jute are grown here. Based on the relief features, the northern plains can be divided into four categories. The first one is Babar. After ascending from the mountains, the rivers deposit pebbles in a narrow belt. The width of this belt is around 8 to 16 kilometers, and it lies parallel to the Shivaliks, and this region is known as Babar. All the streams, the important feature in this category is that all the streams disappear here due to presence of large pebbles. Second is Tarai. Tarai lies south of Babar Belt. In this region, the streams reappear and make this tract as marshy and swampy. Third is Bangar. Bangar is the largest part of the northern plains and is composed of the oldest alluvium. And then after there is Khadar. Khadar is the newer alluvium. It's the flood plains formed by the younger alluvium, all called as Khadar. The soil is being brought every year by different rivers due to floods. So after every year, newer alluvium is deposited in these plains. Uh, this is was the about the Great Plains. Then third is the Peninsular Plateau. The Peninsular Plateau is a triangular shaped tableland. It can be divided into broadly into two categories: the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The Central Highlands, it extends from Narmada River and the northern plains. Aravallis is the important mountain which extends from Gujarat through Rajasthan to Delhi. The Malwa Plateau, Chotanagar Plateau, they lie in this area. And after that, there is Deccan Plateau. It is separated by a fault from Chotanagar Plateau. And the black soil area in the Deccan Plateau is known as Deccan Trap, which is formed due to volcanic eruptions and is good for cotton cultivation. The Deccan Plateau is broadly divided into two types: the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. The Western Ghats, they run parallel to the western coast for about 1600 kilometers, and the average elevation of Western Ghats is 1000 meters. The peaks like Doda Beta, Makurti, Anna Meda Makurti, they lie in these Ghats. Western Ghats are continuous uh, and passes like Falghat, Thalghat, Borghat, they exist in Western Ghats. And the Eastern Ghats, they are discontinuous as compared to the Western Ghats. Their average elevation is 600 meters. They run parallel to the eastern coast from south of Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiri Hills. So they are mostly based on that. The Indian Desert, after that, the fourth one is the Indian Desert. It lies towards the western margin of Aravalli Hills, called the Thar Desert. It is the ninth largest desert in the world, dotted with dunes and Barkans. It spreads over two states, Gujarat and Rajasthan. The vegetation cover is low in this desert with thorny bushes. Luni is the main river in this area. Then fifth is coastal plains. The coastal plains in India run parallel to the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal along the Peninsula Plateau. The western coastal plain is a narrow belt along the Arabian Sea with 10 to 20-kilometer width. It stretches from Rann of Kutch to Kanyakumari. Western coast comprises of three sectors. First is Konkan coast, that is from Mumbai to Goa. Second is Karnataka coast, that is from Goa to Mangalore. Third one is Malabar coast, that is from Mangalore to Kanyakumari. And the eastern coast runs along the Bay of Bengal. It's wider than the western coastal plains, and its average width is 120 kilometers. The northern part of the coast is called Northern Sirkar, and the southern part is called as the Coromandel coast. Last is islands. India has two main groups of islands. There are 204 islands in Bay of Bengal called as Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands extend from the north to south in Bay of Bengal. They are bigger in size as compared to the islands in the Arabian Sea. And 43 islands in Arabian Sea are called Lakshadweep Islands, and they cover an area of 32 square kilometers. Karavati is the capital of Lakshadweep. These islands are formed by corals and endowed with a variety of flora and fauna.